I'm going to show you how much your investment could be worth in this coming bull cycle. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Welcome back to cryptogains. Have you been watching this series? I think you should. This one's going to be powerful. I'm dead serious, it will. Let me just grab my thing. Hold on. Just prepare my stuff, you know. Are you new? Drop that like. You're going to want to stick around because this is a powerful series I've been showing you guys, and I want to bring you. No, you can have a quick look. I've made it super simple on my channel. You know, if you come to my channel, scroll down, you see just here, look, this entire series, how much your investment will be worth mini-series. I suggest you watch them. Like, seriously. We're now going up the ladder. You've gone down the rabbit hole through the looking glass. You've probably someone that's invested huge amounts of money, you know, for this particular episode. And yeah, I'm just going to take you through it. If you missed the last one, do check it. There's a big update in this episode. You can see it already. I've got this BlackRock portfolio here. I'm going to explain all that in a second. This is not financial advice. Do your further research before you invest your money. When you've got more money to play with, you can certainly do a lot more than just have a standard portfolio. And what you can see in this section here, I've highlighted in like the little red columns sort of thing, or rows. This is your main portfolio. Have a look on the left hand side. You may be someone that's invested, I don't know, maybe $100 to $2,000. You will sit in this band D, and this is how much I believe you can make. You know, if you was in the band G, where you've invested between $10,000 to $20,000, I believe you would make something like this, $300,000 to $650,000. Watch the video if you haven't seen it, then you'll understand why I break it down and give my examples. So now we are down here in band J. Get a drink, get coffee, get some, I don't know, some hot chocolate or something. Sit down because there's a lot to discuss. This whole BlackRock portfolio, we all do it. I just want to break it down in more detail to you. I've got this little thing here, just sort of discussing or showing where we could possibly sit. How big are we in this game? You know, are you a dolphin? Are you a shark? Similar to the bands here, but it just kind of looks a bit more fun and just sort of, how much are you heavily investing? So, again, this is not financial advice. Let me just break this down and show you what I've done. So this is our main portfolio. Where it says here, number of cryptos, this is the amount that you should have as a minimum in your portfolio, depending on how much you invest. So if you're only investing $5,000 to $10,000, I believe, I say only, that's a lot of money. You should spread the $5,000 to $10,000 across 11 cryptocurrencies. This BlackRock portfolio, if you haven't seen my video, I did a crazy video talking about BlackRock and how they own everything. And I wanted to kind of throw this into the portfolio because I think it's an important thing. Let me just see, BlackRock. I'm sure I did something on BlackRock. See if I can find it. BlackRock. I'm not showing it here. Black. Maybe there's a space between the black and the rock like that. I can't find the video, but I did a video on BlackRock, and you guys know I did. If you didn't see it, make sure you check it out. How BlackRock owns everything. It's not coming up for some strange reason. Anyway, you just go through my channel, and maybe if I figure it out, I'll link it in the info section or something. But BlackRock owns everything, and in order for you to make good money like that, because they got trillions of dollars in investments, right? Because you always hear that saying, don't you spread your money too far out, it's too saturated, you're not going to make much gains and stuff. But I think that what we should be doing is, one, having a solid portfolio, which would be this part here. This is like 18 coins. Like I said, if you got 50 to 100 grand to invest, you're flipping damn shark or something. You're big, you're not little, you're just sitting up here, look, flipping, is that right? 100,000, something like that. Maybe a dolphin. Whatever it is, it's a serious amount of money because people put $100,000 down to buy a big house as a mortgage. So what I'm saying is that's serious money that you're investing. You're big up in the game. This is for big boys and big girls. But stick around, because if you're in a lower tier, this may be you in the future. You might jump into a coin that flipping 100x's, makes you crazy gains. Now you need to figure out, well, how should I do it? How should I play this? Should you be putting loads in blue chip, loads in high risk, some in mid cap? That's what this is, right? So yeah, you got 50 to 100 grand. I believe you will make anything from $2 million to $3.5 million at the top, at the peak, if you're investing $100,000. If you miss the opportunity to take that profit, that's down on you. If you feel like it's going higher, that's your problem. You got to figure that one out. Because people, I'll show you the top. I'm going to show you where I think the top is. Subscribe, stick around, because I'm going to show you the top. I do great analysis, but this is just giving you a realistic outcome as to what I think you could make with your money. See, look, $100,000, You just 10x that. If you put a 10x on that, that turns to 1 million. So ideally, what I'm saying is something like a 30x or a 35x on your money is possible. And you could probably get that with a lot of mid-cap coins. Maybe some even blue chip. Because I expect some of the blue chips to 10x. So if you just wanted to be risky and said, you know what, I'm going to put all of my crypto in just one blue chip, like Cardano, and it does a 10x and it goes back to all-time high, that's £1 million. You could do that, but that's very risky. I wouldn't do it. I would spread 100,000 across loads of different coins, roughly 18 coins as a main portfolio, and then the BlackRock is spare coins outside of your main portfolio. So you've got your solid 18 coins that you've invested the bulk amount into, and then you probably got some good thousands of dollars left over, and this is where you're throwing it in these extra coins outside. This is your BlackRock portfolio. It's powerful, and this is what we've been doing. You probably do it yourself. You probably have like 10 coins that are just your strong coins, and you've got loads of different other coins that you just want to try your luck on. That's your BlackRock portfolio. Notice here I've got X's. The X's means if you're only investing like $1,000 to $2,500, you should not be messing with a BlackRock portfolio. You should be sticking with your 10 coins and that's it. But that's my personal opinion. You don't have to go with me. I'm just saying, if you want to make these kind of gains here, stick to this. Have a solid 10 coin portfolio. Don't be too oversaturated. You know, if you've got something like here, look, $5,000 to $10,000, then I'm saying you could probably spread out. And now you could start having your BlackRock portfolio where you can start investing more than just your 11 coins. Because you'll have your main 11 coins that you've invested the bulk of your money in, the bulk of your $5,000 to $10,000. No, yeah, I'm just trying to measure it here, look, measuring it across. The bulk of your $5,000 to $10,000 is being invested in your main 11 coins. Maybe you've got like $1,000 left over and you want to, try $200 in another blue chip, $200 in another mid cap, something like that. And it amounts to 14 coins in total. You see on the right hand side here. So that's basically the breakdown of the BlackRock portfolio, is having more outside of your main portfolio. It's powerful. I think people should, definitely consider having more tokens, because the more you have, the more diverse you are and the more you could potentially make, and you won't miss out on opportunities. So real quick before I get into this, if it sounds interesting, just drop it, drop the like, drop the like if you're still here. Look, where do you think you sit? Just real quick, looking at this, have you invested? Everyone's going to be different. I don't know. How much have you invested? Where do you sit? Are you a bloody whale? Have you invested between 500 to £1 million? Because for me, that's big money. People buy houses with $500,000. If you're investing over 500,000, I would consider you a whale. A humpback whale, which is the biggest whale, is someone that's investing between $1 million to $100 million. Do I have viewers that watch my channel that are like this? I don't know. I know I've got maybe one or two that's like got millions that invest in, but I don't know. I know there's a lot of newcomers, and it's great, if you're a fish, investing 5 to 20k, you're going to be going into these, I expect you to be a whale if you're watching my channel in the next cycle, or at least a shark. Between a shark and a whale, I expect these fishes to come up to here, your dolphins to be coming up into these areas here as well, or especially on your next cycle, because you're going to be taking profits at the top, which will give you huge amounts of money to roll for the next cycle, making us all humpback whales, right? So let's do this. If you missed the last one, I've been using my Road to 1 Million series as an example of coins that I would invest, like blue chip, because I said, if you look in this, right, I'm saying to you, there's a serious amount of money. There's so much to talk about. Where's it gone? Let me find it. Hold on, here. I'm saying 4 blue chip tokens, right? If you got 50 to 100 grand, 100 grand, you could be throwing like 3 grand in each. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 12 grand just there in your blue chips. Like I said, if it 10x's, let me just have a look, because I've got here an example on this one. If you want to follow this, you can. It's in the info section. Click it. My Road to 1 Million. Putting 3 grand in quant and it 10x's turns to 30 grand. 3 grand in Cardano, 10x's turns to 30 grand. 36 is 90. You make almost $100,000 just there if you put 3 grand in each. That's on the safe side as well. You've got so much money to play with. If you're, if you got the 50k, if you're on the lower end of 50k, maybe 1,500 in each, right? Half of what I'm saying, yeah? Mid caps, how much did I say mid caps you can have in this? Let's just quickly go back, just to touch on how many mid caps you can have. So 5 mid cap coins. Well, in this portfolio, this example, you've got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One's gone out. One's actually flipped. So I think AGIX went up. Maybe something else has gone up, I don't know. But 4 mid caps is what I would have. And I would probably put so much money. You could probably put 5,000 in each. I think mid caps will 50x. I think Moonbeam could 50x on you. Zilliqa could 50x. Gala could 50x. I suppose AGIX now would be the new Lux, right? Because Lux has fell down. AGIX I think could 50x. And when I show you these examples, I just grab up AGIX as an example. Let me just grab up CoinGecko real quick. Sorry, my words. AGIX, just showing one as an example, because I've got a bunch of new coins here that's for the BlackRock portfolio. But if this 50x is, look at the market cap here. We're talking dollars as well. I'm hoping I've switched it all to dollars because they were in British pounds, because people want to see it in dollars. If this market cap does a 50x, AGI sits on a $13 billion market cap. I see something like this for Gala. I see it for Moonbeam and, 2 other mid caps that you decide to go with. Now, these coins are just guides. You don't have to have these as your mid caps, but I would. And if you put 5,000 in each of these and it does a 50x, you're making serious money. That's 250 grand. You actually make 1 million. Literally more than 1 million, because if I'm telling you to have 5, you make 1.25 million just on your 5 alone should they 50x, and that's serious money. This is why mid caps are good. Real quick, let me just touch on this, because a lot of people are I've seen it in some of the comments. You see when you're down here, the multiple X gains, it looks like it's shrinking, because H, if you look at the H 20, if you did like a 10x or 100x on $20,000, it goes to 2 million. Now you're looking here, you're thinking, well, you've got 50,000. For it to go to 2 million, it's less multiple X gains. Well, this is the thing. The more money you have to play with, you don't have to have massive X gains. So you can lower your expectations. So you can say, look, I've got 50 to 100 grand. I expect around 2 to 3 million. If it goes to 30 million, fine. If you 100x your 100,000, it goes to 10 million, fine. This is crazy gains, but I want to keep it real with you. So when you've got more money, you don't have to invest to hope to get multiple X gains. You can, for example, if you wanted to invest in Cardano and make 10 times your money, I don't know, let's say you had £1,000, you wanted to make 100 grand, you've got to wait for Cardano to go to a certain price to 100x to get you 100 grand. But when you got more money, you can put £10,000 in there now, and then you just wait for the 10x to get your 100 grand. So you're not waiting for massive gains when you've got bigger money to play with. You can just do it really quickly with just a 10x, 20x, and this is why these big institutions, big money come in and throw huge amounts in Bitcoin, because you probably you're thinking to yourself, why are they buying Bitcoin when they could buy Deso, or when they can buy Veracity and I don't know, all these lower cap coins? Why do they put it in Bitcoin? Because they don't need Bitcoin to do big gains. Something a 4x, 3 or 4x on their return, they're happy with that. They've been stuck in that flipping stock exchange, waiting for 5 times their money over 5-10 years. A 5% pump. That's not even 5 times your money. When you're in the stock exchange, these big institutions are hoping for a little 10% over 5 years with their Coca-Cola stock. This is why when they come to crypto, they're like, rah! Bitcoin's moving quick. It's gone up like 30% in a 3 weeks. So as time goes on, they probably will take more risk, but this is why they got bigger money to play with, and they don't need it to go crazy X gains. And I'm using the same mindset. When you've got bigger money, you don't need to fight for those higher multiple X gains. You can sit back and relax and say, you know what, cool, let me throw 5 grand into of my mid caps. You can probably throw an extra 5 grand in each of these. 5 times 7, 14, 20, 35 grand. 35 grand has gone into your mid caps, your low caps. You've put 25,000 into there. That's 60,000, right? 35k plus 25k is 60k. 60,000 just between your mid caps and your low caps right there. 7 coins, you put 5,000. Mid caps, you put 5,000. That's a good broad portfolio. I like this. You've got serious money to play with. You're a damn fish. What are you? I don't know what you are. Flipping dolphin. You're a damn dolphin. You could probably say you're a shark because at 100k plus. You just reached 100k. You're like a dolphin. Where you get 100k to just throw in the flipping market? Some people do. You probably just made some crazy gains off Pepe because I tried to get you in quick as I can, and now you're dealing with 100k to play with, right? So this is how I'm going to spread it. I'm going to spread it like this. So let me just give you examples of some mid caps and some low caps because I've got them up here. Oh, real quick. So, oh no, that's the BlackRock. Sorry. Sorry, I'm going to get to the BlackRock in a second. Let me find it here. This is it here. So mid caps, like I said, your Moonbeam, Zilicas, Galas. This was the portfolio that I've been telling people. AGIX would be considered a mid cap. Your low caps now, look, VRA, Outer Ring, XCAD, Realm, which is a bit lower than your low cap. That's a micro cap now. Morpheus Network, Stratos, Nexera. Just got to keep it real. Deso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 are right there. 5,000 in each. Because when you look at this portfolio here, right, and again, it's totally off topic, you've invested less in these coins trying to accumulate like 400,000. You didn't pay 5,000 for that, I'm sure. It doesn't cost £5,000 to get 400,000 VRA, does it? Let me just have a quick look. VR, this is what I'm trying to get at. You've got more money to play with. You can invest more. You can hold more. What would 5,000 give you on this? 5,000. You see what I'm saying? 5,000 gives you 1,023,122 VRA. You holding 1 million VRA. That's a good look, because when you look at this road to 1 million, I was saying at the max hold 400,000, and that was at that price here, 0035. So I'm going to have to bring another video on this as well. Dollar cost, actually, well, yeah, in dollars, that's about the same price as what it was before then. So you're basically just stacking up more. $5,000 worth. This is insane. So that's what I would do personally, not financial advice. And then I said here, let me find it. Have about two extreme, real quick. You're putting 5,000 into these low cap coins, which I personally believe can 100x your money. So should VRA, VERASITC, because that's what I call it, you call it what you want. If VERASITC does 100x, it goes to a 5 billion market cap. Is that right? Let me try this. Let me put it in. Okay. Did you get that? Let me put it in real quick. Times by 100. If it 100x's, you're looking at a 5 billion market cap. Look what it does to the price. Look, just take it, shimmy it decimal forward times 10, 4 pence, 0.48 times 148 cents. I'm saying pence. It's cents. 48 cents, almost 50 cents for VERASITC. VERASITC. And that's doable. I think that's doable. I think, and what I said the market cap was? A 5 billion market cap for VERASITC. I think that's doable. Do you? Drop your comments down below if you think it is. I think it is. And if you've got 1 million of them, your for every 5,000 that you invest, that 100x's you're making, maybe it's more. Maybe you're making more than what I'm claiming. You're making 500,000 on every 500,000. Should it do what I think it can do? 7 of them. If you're investing 5,000 in each, and they all 100x, because I got to go on the basis like you're hoping for 100x, but maybe they might not all 100x. Maybe some 10x's, some 20x's, maybe 3 or 4 of them, maybe 3 of them 100x. If 3 of them 100x, you times this 500,000 by 3, that's $1.5 million right there. Yeah. And like I said, you could probably make $1 million or $1.25 million off of your thingies should they 50x, right? I mean, I might be wrong. Maybe one of your mid caps 100x's. I don't know. But these are the targets that I'm looking for. So it does sit between this, 2.5 million, 3 million, 3.5 million, 2 million, something like this. I really believe if you're investing 50 to 100,000, you're going to become a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. But the question is, are you going to be smart enough to take those damn profits? Let me continue. Continue. Okay, I got to stop. I can't have it. That's about 60k right there. I said 3,000 in each of them, 3, 6, 9, 12. Sorry, I said 90. You're making 120,000 off your blue chips if they 10x. Because 3,000 times 10 is 30,000. If you've got 4 of them, that's 120,000. So 60 plus the 12 is 72. In my head, I know. You've still got 22. about $22,000 left over. I will probably have some fun. I will probably throw $1,000 in two extreme projects, like micro cap high risk, because these micro caps probably could 100x if they continue to perform well. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Realm just comes into play. I don't know. I have to look into what's going on with Realm. Some people have been talking about the liquidity and stuff. I don't know. I have to check. As far as I'm aware, it's still okay. But, you know, it's a micro cap. It's sitting under $1 million. Real quick, let me touch. If you've got a blue chip, it's $1 billion and above in my head. If you've got a coin that's reached $1 billion in market cap, that's successful, man. You know, so mid caps are between 1 billion and 100 million. Low cap is 100 million to $1 million, and then you got your micro caps. I might change it. I might do like low cap, like 100 million to 5 million. 5 million to 100 million is your low caps, because maybe like a 4 million market cap should be considered a micro cap. Anyway, Realm is, again, just give you an example based off what we're seeing here, right? This thing right here. Realm would now be considered a micro cap. Again, if something like this just goes back to its all-time high, you make 1000x multiple gains. And this is an example. Look, $2.16 is how high it went before. I don't know if it's going to do that again. Time will tell. I'm hoping so. Just cross my fingers, my toes, my ears. Just cross the whole lot. What am I laughing for? But if it does that, you make serious money. You probably make 2 million just here alone off the two that you invested. Hold on, $2.16. Divide it by, what is it today? 001. So 0.00. I'll put it back, be precise, put the 5 as well. It's 1,400 times your money back if something like Realm, a micro cap, extremely high risk, was to go back to all-time high. £1,000 or $1,000 turns to 1.4 million. So this is why it's good to get in these extremely high risk plays. They're not guaranteed, they're not promised, but if it does and you've got two of them and they do something similar like that, that's serious gains. That's like, you know, times this by 2, you're making the bulk of what I'm saying you could potentially make just on your high risk plays alone. Just here alone, these two coins, should they do something like 1000x, even if they did like a 400x or a 300x, that's still serious gains. So that's the risk that you're going to have to take to try and reach this target here. But I think a solid 18 coins having this, it could sure as hell get you there. And that was, because I said you had 22,000 left, you still got $20,000. You've invested 80% of your money, because, you know, $100,000. And like I said, if you're playing with 50,000 or 55,000 or 60,000, you just kind of half what I'm saying here. So, you know, you probably throw $500 in each of these micro caps, because you don't, you know, you want to play good with your money and have some left over for your BlackRock portfolio. So you got $20,000 left over. You spent 80% of your money in a solid portfolio. Right, and again, I was using this one here as an example. Again, if you want to watch this, it's the Road to 1 Million series. Go check it out on my channel. You just come onto my channel real quick. I'll show you guys. Just search Road to... Oh, why isn't it searching? Mess me up. What's going on? Mess me up. Click the magnifying glass. Road to... That should come up. There you go. Road to 1 million. You see them? These gold ones. You check that out and it shows you more on what I'm talking about with this. I'm going to bring another update as well. I think that's a good time to throw in some DCA prices. Second dollar cost average prices right here. So you've now invested 80% of your money into the bulk of your main portfolio, which is 18 coins. These coins here, you have $20,000 to play with. Now you could probably take that 20,000 and stock up more on these coins if you want, but I would go outside. I would do what BlackRock does. I would start to flip and own everything. I would probably take some of that money, I don't know, $2,000, throw it into a blue chip, another blue chip, and this is what I would consider as another blue chip, something like your Ethereums. Just got to keep it real. Ethereum, you know, I think Ethereum will do well. Hex. Is Hex still considered blue chip? I'm going to have to check that. Let me check on CoinMarketCap. When I last checked, it had about 2 billion in market cap. Let me just come over here, Hex. Because Hex could be a good play. Is it considered still a blue chip? If I switch this to dollars, which I can't see real quick, it's about 1.2 billion. 1.4 billion Hex. So Hex could be a good play, sitting under a cent right now. You know, this is your BlackRock portfolio now. You've got your main solid one. You've got $20,000 to play with still if you're on that higher end, 100K. If you're on the 50K, again, throw $1,000 in or $500, whichever you feel fit, whichever way you see fit. I'm talking, $100,000. You're stretching that out. You could probably put $2,000 on this and just have that outside your portfolio, but it's still a strong play. You got $2,000 in this. People would love to have $2,000 worth of hex. Just saying. And that bags you over, 200,000 hex? Serious. That's all I can do. That's all I could do. What does $2,000 give you? You'd be stacking up on $2,000 hex. Oh, no, got in zeros. No. So, 239,000 hex. Not financial advice. I'm just saying, I'm trying to show you examples of coins that you could grab outside of your portfolio. This is now your BlackRock because you've got spare money to play with. You could throw £1,000 each into some more mid caps. So that's another 5,000 gone, right? Look at this. So that would have been 7,000 of your spare money gone, of the spare money that you had left over. What I consider mid caps, look, things like Energy Web, $1,000 in here. You could throw $1,000 in Algorand. You could probably throw 2,000 in each if you want, because you've got so much more money to play with. $1,000 in Render. $1,000 in Bone, ShibSwap, because I believe when Shibarium launches, this is going to go up in price. This will make people great money. I can see this sitting at £100 per coin in the future, or $100. Let me just switch this to dollars. Sorry, I haven't, like I said, some of them ain't been switched. So, and I'm saying mid caps again can 50x. Under the belief that Shibarium will come out and it will do really well, and they're using Bone as the main native token for the Shibarium network, this could probably 50x, and it would sit on a 14 billion market cap, and the price for one, which is $1.27 times it by 50, you'd be looking at a $63 price. I was calling $100. So that's very realistic. So your $1,000 turns to $50,000, or if you did throw 2,000 in Bone because you got 20,000 to play with left over, that turns to $100,000 there again. You're stacking up like an absolute boss. What else have I got real quick? Because I'm going to get out of this now and finish it off. Go and get something to eat or something. Seven low caps. Again, throw $1,000 in each if you wanted. Look, if you throw $1,000 in each of these, that's 7,000. You throw 1,000 in there, that's 12,000. You put 2,000 in a blue chip, that's 14,000. Matter of fact, you could probably, because I would say throw another 1,000 in a high risk. That's 15,000. You still got 5,000. So maybe on some of the low caps, I might put 2,000 in 5 of them, because you've got an extra 5,000 left over. So I would have done 1,000 in each of the 7, then add an extra 1,000 in extra 5. So of the low caps, I'd have 5 coins that have 2,000 in them of my BlackRock, and 2 that just sitting on 1,000. What I consider low cap? Oh, you can't see this one. Patrons, you know what this is. This is a stealth buy. We've been buying this, stacking up on this like a box. A box? Okay. It's okay. Okay. We've been stacking up on this like a boss, right? Patrons, you know what this is. This is a 100x play. This could probably 1,000x in the future. Time will tell. We've been buying this. This is stealth buy. If you want to see what this is, become a patron. The link is in the info section. They can see it. They know which coin this is. This is a stealth buy, 100x play right here. So if you put $2,000 in this, that's $200,000 right there on your low cap. Boom, done. Just got to keep it real. What's next? You got something like Phantasma. If you put $1,000 in that, should it 100x? That's $100,000 right there. High Street, $100,000 right there. My neighbor Alice, $100,000, because that's what I see. I see £1,000, 100x in $100,000. Look, artificial liquid intelligence, another $1,000 turns to $100,000 there. And again, this is based on going to 100x. What if they 200x? What if they 250x? What if they 500x? Look at this. Look, this has a 56 million market cap. For this to 100x someone's money. And again, we're dealing with an AI play that I seriously believe that AI is going to be a strong narrative. It's going to kick in hard. Many people are going to be hyped for AI in the future. AI ain't going anywhere. 5.6 billion market cap for artificial liquid intelligence. I see this happening. Do you? I think it will. What does it do to the price? Look at this. Goes to about $1.50. It's in British pounds. Hold on. Let me switch it up real quick. Still 100x, still the same thing. I'll just show you the difference, right? So times, it'd be about $2 price. Times 10, 20 cents times $102. That's at its peak, where the market is so damn crazy. AI is hype again. We're right at its peak. Elon Musk, Microsoft, Apple, they're all talking about AI stuff. You know, Nvidia, you best believe, but check out Nvidia. Adobe, they're all talking about AI and stuff. This is where the peak comes in, and artificial liquid intelligence just goes crazy, along with all other AI coins. It can very well do that. It goes to a $7.2 million market cap. 7.2 billion. Because if you look here, 72 million, 100x is 727 million. So a 7.2 billion market cap. I'm calling that. I think it can do it. But we will see as time goes on. What else have we got? Boom, 100x, Layer AI. Again, I've showed you 2 AI coins, but I do believe that they have 100x potential. This one more so, because it's a lower in market cap, and for what it's trying to do, trying to give us our power back with our data. They use these AI capsules so we can sell our data to the big powers like your Meta, like your Microsoft, like your Google, Amazon. They're charging me, taking my data for. Why are you selling my data to other people? I didn't ask you to sell it to third party. What am I getting? Give me like 4 pence. No one's there. As you say, they've been selling our data. And if you want to use their Gmails and whatnot, you have to accept the terms and conditions, which gives them the right to sell your data to third party. But now with Layer AI, we sell it to the Metas and the Googles and the Amazons. I like it. I see it happening using artificial intelligence. This is ZK roll-up technology, you best believe. Not going into the site. You check it out in your own time. But this was just an example of how I would throw some of my spare cash into this BlackRock era right here. This whole BlackRock portfolio right here. Let me zoom out just in case I'm too zoomed in and you can't see it. There you go, just a bit zoomed out now. It looks smaller, but you know, this is what I'm saying. BlackRock right here, this is how I would do it. And again, if you watch the last episodes, I've added BlackRock for you guys if you're here and here and here. I think anyone between 5 to 10,000 can do it as well. This is how I would play it out, and this is where I believe people should be adding a BlackRock portfolio. If you're less than $5,000, I simply wouldn't do it. You don't want to be too oversaturated. I think 10 coins is good. And then obviously if you start to invest more than 5,000 to 10,000, then add a BlackRock portfolio. So, and then again, at the total, with this $50,000 to $100,000, your net profit 2 to 3 million, and that's just based on 18 coins. So this extra is gonna push you to that 2 to 3.5 million, because this 2 to 3.5 million is based on you having 18 coins, and it's these ones here that's gonna make this amount. This extra could seriously push it to make this amount, maybe even more. It would be a subtotal of 30 coins. Guys, I'm gonna leave it here. This was powerful, like seriously. If you liked it, drop that like. Give me a subscribe. Thank you for watching. Was this helpful to you? I seriously believe this one was the most powerful one. I might tag this as the main, because I can feature one video to be powerful. Like people can keep coming back and watching. I might make this my main featured video. And where are you sitting right now? How much have you invested? What are you considered as? Would you like to be a humpback one day and invest minimum $1 million into crypto? Has anyone done it? Are you a whale? Are you a shark? What are you? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, that was this episode. Become a Patreon. They see this video first, which means they've got time to get involved in these projects. I've got 7 tiers, take your pick. They see these videos first, which means if there's something that you haven't got and they're really hyped to get it, they're going to buy it first at these prices that are cheap. So, exclusive VIP partner tier, it unlocks all my posts. They will see when I'm buying, selling, staking. On top of that, they get these Excel sheets. If you want this sheet, because it's updated, I'm going to give them the updated version where they have the BlackRock portfolio added. On top of that, you get this as well, so you can have a little bit of fun with this, look at it and stuff. If you want this, come into my exclusive VIP partner tier. It unlocks for everyone in this tier here, right? Because this is powerful stuff. It's not stuff that you just find anywhere. I'm putting hard work data into what I really believe can happen by studying the tokenomics of all of these coins, showing you realistic figures as to where they can go. Same with this here. Like, this is a serious breakdown on all the coins, how much I think you should have, an accumulation goal, an excess goal, how much you should have in total, even your staking rewards you can earn on them. I might have to update that. Your prices that you originally buy at, your DCA prices, which I'm going to bring an update on, sell targets. We're doing the lot. I'm really giving you all this data, and they get these Excel sheets. So, come over, grab it. It's going to really help you on your journey. Trust me. So, yeah, where's my thing gone? Let me find it. Put it on here. Thank you for watching. Oh, and I've got a CEO tier. Check that out as well. Higher tier. So you get access to my VIP Telegram group. I haven't got it up. But you check it out. Thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. My voice is going. Cheers.